Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speedy here, and today we're doing something completely different, something I have never done on this channel before, and that's going to be a one-time speed analysis of Yatoro's gameplay. I'm going to be breaking down everything he does from start to finish. This is a 40-minute long match between Nouns and Team Spirit, and it's going to be every single one of my thoughts. So, if you're looking to get to the next level and you're a carry player, I'm not just saying this is the video for you. Like, this is the video, right? The reason why? Because you're going to learn everything from every stage of the game. His decisions on farming, laning, when to rosh, when to rotate, when to get active, right? This is not going to be a high stimulation video. It's going to be exactly what you need to get to the next level, right? There will be basically no other videos that are going to be more useful than this one. And that might seem hard to believe, but I assure you, if you actually watch through and give me your time, you'll notice how much you can learn and how much you can improve. But okay, let's get into it. All right, before we get into the main part of the video, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not only posting videos here on YouTube, I also frequently post videos on the website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, almost every single day I'm posting a new video to the Game League website. We're going to teach you guys in depth about how to get to the next level. So if you want to become absolutely broken, click the link down below and sign up. Okay, something that is nice is that he does get first blood this game, and he ends up rushing a Midas. That's about all I know. I haven't watched the game fully through yet, and I'm going to be giving all my live analysis here. So okay. In the early waves, against Dragonite, you have a bit of a damage disadvantage. So typically with Arc Warden, as he's hitting the first melee creep a bit, right, the reason why you hit the first melee creep a ton like this, right, he's auto-attacked it twice now 3 times, is because you don't want to tank it for a long time. So if you just sit still against top-level players and they push the wave into you, you're going to tank way too many creeps. You're going to have way too many creeps under tower. It's not going to feel very good. It's okay. Looks for the nuke on the range creep. That was really cool. Wow, he knew that would work out like that. All right, from there, CSing under tower. Pretty hard as Arc Warden. He does miss a couple here. This one's going to be very difficult, yeah, I was going to say. Probably not going to get that one. And even players like Yatoro, they're not perfect, right? These situations that are pretty close to impossible, and he missed that one too, I was going to say, he messed that up. These impossible CS, they will miss. So you can't always be too hard on yourself in situations like this. Oh no, he missed that one too. All right, I swear this isn't a Yatoro hate piece. But he's not perfect, right? The guy's not perfect. He's a beast. Trust me, he's arguably the best, but not perfect. Okay, side pull goes off. I'm going to be looking at the range creep here. Typically, you want to like nuke hit. Oh wow, they decided to go for Wave of Terror hit, which actually didn't work. Gonna put some pressure on the Grim there. Isn't going to do too much. Looking to auto attack down this Acorn, but the reality is it's going to get nuked by the Grim. You can see he wants to zone the Grim here so that he can secure the Acorn, but it's very hard against Grim, especially with a Venge, because Venge's range is so low where, yeah, it gets sniped. Venge's range is so low where she can't really bully out the Grim. Just not really going to work. So looking for the Acorn here, feels good about that. It's like a CS and a half. These large creeps aren't, I mean, they're valuable, but they're not that insane. Don't kill yourself for them. It's, as I said, it's like a CS and a half, maybe slightly less than that. Gonna contest both the denies there. You can see he didn't really care about getting those denies. He just wanted the wave to push into him. And a big thing about Arc is like, this hero is not the best laner. It's okay. Like, it's decent. Against Dragonite, though, you're not doing anything. Like, against some melee heroes, just by hitting them a ton, because you have high attack range and, like, decent stats, you can put some pressure. But for the most part, no interaction is, like, the best case scenario for this hero, because you just want to hit level 6 with a Midas, right? The main goal of this hero is just to get through the lane and get your later timings. It's not really, like, it's not a hyper lane dominator. It's just a good laner. And a big reason for that is because you have 285 movement speed. Right? 285 movement speed with 4 armor as a ranged hero is pretty terrible. 4 armor is not the worst compared to something like Crystal Maiden, but 285 movement speed is really bad. Okay, autos down the range here. So this is where you have to be careful. He definitely knows this. He's going to try to pull aggro probably from about max range. You can see how he clicks down this melee creep? The reason why he does that is so that the DK doesn't have time to get a last hit and contest a deny. These CS are very hard. Wow, he got that one. That was kind of lucky, right? And he knows these are pretty hard CS, and, you know, there's no pressure to be made on DK. Like, he's looking to contest. I was going to say, I don't even think he should contest this deny. The odds you get it are practically 0. Yeah, I was going to say. So, okay, he got him to miss 1 CS, so maybe that was worth it. Checking mid for I don't know what reason. Why would he look mid? I actually have no idea. Okay, secures the melee, looking to maybe snipe. I don't know why you would Wraith there. That seems like a waste of mana. That was definitely just a waste of mana, because against Dragonite, there's no reason to just nuke him when he's full HP. He's going to regen it in like 3 or 4 seconds. You might as well just save your mana and strictly use it for CS. And I would say in this lane, my main goal would be to nuke out the Grim early on, like help the Venge trade with Grim so Grim can't contest the pulls. And that's about it. And he did do that, right? Most of his nukes were either on creeps or the Grim. And that's a good mentality to have. Enable your 5s trading so that they can get the poles open, because your hero is a hero that wants to lane back. And you can apply this to a lot of heroes that want to play a defensive style, whether or not you're playing a weaker hero like Slark or a Drow. Trading with the 4 and opening up the pole, enabling them to open up the poles is good. Now in pubs, whether or not your 5 will do that, hard to say, but you can, you could try to communicate it. Okay. Might nuke that out. Wow. Why didn't he hit it first? He should have. He's going to get stunned up here. Yeah, this is what you have to be careful about. He might die. They're going to TP in with Fly, and they run him down. I'm surprised he didn't try to run back to the tower. I don't think he would have lived, but he's definitely dead. Yeah. Not the end of the world. Oh, is Fly going to die? No, Fly's fine. Oh, no. The Vengeance overcommitting. Not worth. Oh, he didn't even get the kill. Okay. But he didn't get the XP. That was not good. It's all about the XP for supports in the early game, so you're not happy about trading gold for XP and gold, right? But deciding to rush up Midas here completely, got caught out of position there. He messed up, for sure. I would say if he was to do it again, he probably just wouldn't contest the large camp. But it's really bad that they're letting him pull all this much. I really think that if I was to critique Nouns a bit here, I would say against Arc, put a heavy priority on stopping this pull camp from being open. Reason why is because, as I said, this hero is very susceptible to dying, especially with these items. No Wraithband, no boots. He's got raindrops for a bit of mana sustain, but like here, he's zoned out of lane. There's nothing he can do. And the pole camp is the only way that he can actually be safe. And so he'll probably nuke for the flag bearer here, I would assume. Okay, beautiful, because obviously you get the double gold, so it's worth it. And he's going to look to snipe some CS here, but he knows. Yeah, I was going to say, he could be dead. I think a TP Blood Grenade kills him. Yeah. Oh, Sprout missed. He's probably just dead anyway. And this is the problem with Grim, and it's definitely the problem with this build, right? If Grim has one major flaw, especially against good players, it's this. And this is the case for a lot of these ranged heroes against good players. You'll see this as a trend. Low MR players, like the reason why I think Arc is like one of the highest winner heroes in Dota is because his biggest weakness, which is this, just isn't really exploited, right? It's completely avoidable. If you just know to play defensive and play off pulls, you can practically free farm on a hero that like doesn't deserve to free farm, right? And that's why the hero is like particularly broken the lower you go. If you understand all the mechanical skill and such, right? Maybe he should have done this last time. I think you want to try to sap XP under tower because neutrals are pretty bad. And yeah, as I said, this is the flaw of the hero. Doing something like this, I'll speed it up because we're just going to watch him hit a neutral camp. Don't need to watch this in one-time speed. But he's just working to his level 5. I'm sorry, his Midas. And then you'll be fine. Like, I've seen this a million times. You'll see a bad lane at a high level for Grim because the hero's not the best laner. Also, you got a neutral item, which I think neutral items are worth so much gold, like 700 to 1,000 gold. That's my value on neutral items. It's like a double kill. So please, guys, put value on neutral items. Oh, he showed up to the fight. No boots. Got his raindrops. Okay, gets his ulti off, which is actually valuable. It forces the Pango TP. So it is actually nice. And I think he got his Midas. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, you have a bad lane, but it's just not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. He's going to pick up boots now, right? Got his Midas because he'll just recover. Like, look at his net worth. He's not that low. Because Midas is just stupid on Arc Warden, right? Oh, he refills the mid bottle. That's pretty cool. Refilling mid bottle is super Chad. Okay, once again, I'm gonna skip through the neutrals a bit. But I guess he just knows, hey, I'm in it for the long run. And that's fine. And I think a lot of people, what they would do is they would make the mistake of returning to their safe lane over and over and over again and be like, oh, well, where's my mid rotation? Where's my Laurel Dota? Laurel Dota is playing Puck, and Laurel Dota wants to hit some damn creeps. All right, he wants to hit his Witchblade timing and then maybe blink before he even really does a lot. Like, Laurel Dota feeds it up here, so he soaks the mid wave. Like, he's happy about Laurel Dota feeding. So don't expect your mid to save you guys. Just save yourself and hit neutrals. Like, CS well early on so you get a decent Midas timing. Honestly, you're probably not going to get pressured because it's low MMR. No offense. Medium to low MMR. Like, you'll get pressured depending, obviously, on matchups. I don't want people to take that the wrong way. I'm not just, like, saying it to be mean. I'm just saying it because it's often the reality. You'll just receive less pressure the lower MMR you go. So from here, you can't really farm Ancients yet. So I doubt he'll do that. I mean, you could try, but I guess you could try. So maybe he requested mid-wave here? Because he is specifically just farming mid, right? As he pops the ulti, just use Midas. I mean, they could put a little bit of tower pressure. I mean, these Spark Wraiths are really good at zoning out this Pango here. And it is actually making a difference. So pretty cool. Using the Spark Wraiths to really push out the Pango. Also going to use it to scout TPs with the main hero. Always just spam Spark Wraith with the double because it doesn't cost you any mana at the end of the day. And yeah, really nice. Great mid pressure here. Wow, his safe lane is destroying. All right, Collapse is just straight up 1v9ing this game. Gotta be nice to have Collapse Dota on your team. Definitely nice. Definitely nice. Okay, from there, back into the jungle, and at this point, it's a very simple set of gameplay, right? You're going to be basically taking this camp, and then when you have Maelstrom, you can shift towards Ancients, right? And that's about it. I don't think you go more complicated than that. This hero's not a flash farm hero. It just gets high net worth because of Midas. Like, and you can be happy about that. So you might be like, oh, my CS is so low, and get tilted. Just don't. You're fine. Once you get Maelstrom, you'll start to take off. Like, Maelstrom timing, because you have Midas, which gives attack speed, is huge. Because you have so much attack speed already from the Midas, you proc a lot, and you can go crazy as he uses the illusion to push out mid. Reason why, if you look at the map right now, they don't see that much. They see the Pango now, but you gotta be careful. DK could have rushed a Blink. Maybe he's going Mage Slayer. No, he's Mage Slayer. But if DK did rush Blink, right, obviously he could be looking for a kill, or you're just afraid of Pango defusal timing, right? Either of these are very good at killing you. So playing defensive, once again, just not taking risk is the name of the game here, and it is the high skill play. As he's just using these 3 camps as the way to farm. Hitting the big neutral first here, kills it off. I have no idea what he's pinging. I don't know what he's pinging, but let's skip ahead. This point of the game is kind of boring. As I said, he just should take no risk. And a lot of people get this wrong. They will take a lot of risk. Like even here, when he gets smoked, you can join in and maybe help out with an ult. I'm surprised he has no point in W. I feel like that would be good for farming. But yeah, just gonna hit Ancients. Yeah, my team smoked it up. Nope, not interested. I'm Arc Warden. I'm hitting my timing. And a lot of people just focus too much on having too much pressure as the carry. Like, it depends on your hero, you know? If it's nighttime and you have Ags on Slark or Defusal, like, sure, you can look for something. If you have Omni Slash on Jug, sure, it's a different hero. If you're Alk and you have a good, you know, you have like Radiance Blink in minute 15, yeah, of course. You know, you can get active. But Maelstrom, Midas, Arc, you better just hit up this Ancient farming pattern. If I'm playing offlane, I want to see my carry just Ancient, bot wave when it gets pushed in, right? Ulti pops both of the bubbles. Of course, can use Midas just about off cooldown, using the Spark Wraiths to drag out the camps. Onto the Ancient camp, back to the bottom wave that gets pushed in. And he has to be a little scared here. I was gonna say, I'd be surprised if he hits these creeps. You see how he didn't hit the creeps here? It's because he's watching the map while doing all this. They're not showing mid. This courier, oh no, this is a bug, he doesn't see that. Yeah, he's even TPing out. He's very afraid of a smoke. And they are smoking the bottom. How does he read this? Well, it's not magic. His team is all top. They aren't showing on this mid ward. So if they're not top and they're not mid, they're probably going bot. And he's right about that. They were going bot. Oh, he's going Gleipnir over Mjolnir. Interesting. I don't feel like his team necessarily needs the control. They have plenty of control. Maybe he just wants to be tanky. Maybe he just thinks Gleipnir's the way to go. Or he just changed his mind and bought the Hyperstone. Okay, so they are going to take Roche, Arc Warden, one of the best Roche heroes in the game, because everyone on your team gets the bonus. Oh, that is so fast. Everyone on your team gets the bonus bubble of attack speed and base damage. So it's like obscenely fast, as he used the remainder of the clone to actually push out bottom, which is a great play, by the way. Right? It does not cost you your TP. So you can use the remainder of your clone or your clone in general to push out the dangerous waves, especially the waves across the map. And it's a great way to stay near your team while farming essentially globally and reducing the pressure of the opposite side of the map, right? It makes like this bottom tier 2 feel a lot less pressured, and it gives your team a lot of space. Oh, he also bought bots, so he is gonna play really the scaling build. I tend not to be a fan of this build because it's like super greedy, but hey, he's playing the scale, right? Especially with the puck. They're playing the scale. They are ready to go late. They are happy to go late. As spawning the neutral just about off cooldown. The clone just about off cooldown. Using the bots to push out the ball wave. Will he actively CS? Does use the Spark Wraith on the large creep. No, just mainly going to click the wave. Click the creep down the wave. Or the clone down the wave. Back into the triangle. And once again, not complicating the game. He's not sitting with his team. Looking to hit his later timings, right? This is not your timing. His main timing, Gleipnir. If he's going Gleipnir or Mjolnir, this is your main timing. Yes, you're still very susceptible to dying. That's something you have to be aware of, and I'm sure we'll see in his team fights that he is going to be aware of that. But at least you have a way to fight back, right? The Mjolnir shield, even if you die, 2 Mjolnir shields is wild damage. And 2 Gleipnirs is just an insane amount of control. It's really, really obnoxious. So these are going to be his main timings. Also, I like how Team Spirit's controlling the jungle here, or the enemy jungle, because it's taking the convenient Ancients away from the Sven, right? Which is nice, as he TPs the clone bottom once again. Did the creep die? Oh no, it just expired. Okay. Oh no, he was TPing bottom, I'm sorry. But continuing to farm all the defensive neutrals. Very clean farming pattern all the way through. Has to be a little bit afraid of mid here, for sure. as he spawns the clone to push out the wave, right? Doesn't feel safe doing it himself, makes sense. There's no reason to take the risk as he sees the fight break out. Will he even react at all? He's sending the clone over, but he's not moving his hero, which makes me think he's just going to either push out mid. Yeah, he's just not helping at all. I mean, to be fair, his team is dumpstering, right? But even if they weren't, I don't think he would really look to show up very much. I still think he would probably just be greedy. Because the reality is, it's just not his timing. And I know I'm repeating that, guys, but that is how you have to think. Because people get distracted, they don't repeat this in their head all the time, and then they show up to some fight and die right before their time. When if they just waited a little bit of time, they carry the game. Okay, using the bubble to farm. Very efficient. Raindrops, Quelling Blade. Quelling Blade is just for the Furion, otherwise he probably just wouldn't have it. Specialist Array is this neutral item. Using the Glide Mirror to push out the wave. Okay, it does cost 200 mana, but his mana pool is pretty good. At 1,200, it's actually very high. His highest stat right now is Int, I guess because of the Atos, right? So, once again, back neutrals. And what will he buy next? Is he really going to buy this Wraith Band? I doubt it. Surely he doesn't go back for Wraith Band. It's not even close to minute 25. He's still got another 5 minutes for that. Okay, he's going to TP Triangle here. Oh, they stacked for him. That's nice. That is nice. Double Bubble. Glide Mirror. Good Glide Mirror again, I guess, if you want to be optimally efficient. It's just a good amount of mana, right? But yeah, you kill these camps so fast. I mean, this hero farms. The bubbles are just nuts. 80 damage and what is it, 60 attack speed or something? No, it's 100 attack speed because he has the talent. Oh, so it's 80 attack speed and 80 damage. Crazy how fast you farm. It's like so ridiculous how fast you farm on this hero. Once you can double bubble, and you can. That's why you generally just want to stay in your ancients. You just farm the rotation over and over and over again, and then you push out the opposite side of the map with your bots if you go this build. He hasn't really done that because his team was playing top, and so if your team is playing top, you can't just sit in triangle. The enemy team is likely to smoke gank you. As, oh, probably can kill Fly here. Oh yeah, Fly doesn't know he has Glide Mirror, so he's going to late Glide Mirror, of course. Should be a pretty easy kill. Yep, no problem. I mean, he has to be a little bit afraid of getting ganked here. I guess he just, no, okay, he sees the Sven top, right? Because, once again, no matter how farmed you are, like, he's way ahead. It doesn't matter. This is the problem with Arc. It's the big downside of the hero. You're very fragile until later on, right? Eventually, you actually become very hard to kill. Like, when you have BKB Butterfly, if you decide to go that route, generally just BKB, you're very hard to kill. But until then, pretty squishy. Okay, Ancient Rotation, very simple. And yeah, you know, his laning stage, he honestly messed up a bunch. It's not that he played bad, per se. But it's very important to simplify the game of Dota. I just want you guys to see that his gameplay has been very straightforward and very simple. And I know people are going to say, oh, but his team is owning speed. My games would never look like this. It's like, first of all, they will look like this. Not every game. Yeah, you're going to have less space some games. You know what he would do if he had limited space? He would find the open space, even if it's a very small amount of neutrals. The goal would be to just not die, right? Don't feed, and he would probably send his clone into the dangerous areas to farm. It's not like the entire map is unfarmable when you're losing the game. Like, this is never the case. So he would find farm regardless in this game, regardless of how his team is doing. It's easier this game, but still, right? He evaded the bot gank. That was very important. He evaded the bot gank by TPing out. He did not farm Ancients when they were in the area. He understands the general movements of the enemy team and avoids it. And that's the sign of a very strong carry player, right? Being able to farm and be aware of the map state at the same time. Okay, farming the canvas behind him, almost to BKB, and then we'll probably see them look to end the game. Even though this game does drag on for a bit. As smoke pops, oh, they find the Slardar. Could be problematic for Slardar, as they should be able to kill him. He drops the bubble, but I don't think that bubble's actually saving him. Yeah, it did not. And they're going to have to get out here. There's no way you take this fight. No way. He's not that strong yet. Once again, just not the timing for Arc Warden. He obviously double bubble is like a timing, but no reason for them to take the fight. I like that he just gets out, right? Zero reason to take the risk at all. Pushing in top wave. Knows that they committed for this bot play. Has to be a little careful. I mean, he's definitely extending somewhat far. But okay. But yeah, TP's still up. I mean, he doesn't have TP for a while, so he really has to be careful about being here. I mean, this is very much not safe. As, okay, he goes all the way deep. You can see, very careful about dying here. Sees the DK, so he's probably like, all right, they're not smoked. And he's about to hit this BKB. Right, so timing is about to be online. Probably TPing mid so he can get the BKB completed off this wave. And then they might smoke for a Roche contest. No, they Roche earlier. Roche is going to be top in about 2 minutes. And I'm sure he knows that. So it's the main game plan of Team Sphere, probably just to control this top side for the next 5-ish minutes. We'll see if they smoke to it. It looks like they're grouping up to smoke. Right, they have the BKB. They have the Glide Mirror. This is your time. right? So now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to team fight, and there you go. And I know it's like, oh, but my team would never be on the same page. Just don't show up. Just don't. You just cannot show up. It's okay. They find a convenient kill. Lucky them. What are they gonna do from there? Push out. So he's gonna go for the mid tower. Should drop the bubble if he hasn't already. Because if he double bubbles here, you can like destroy the tower, as he does. You can see double bubble. Does decide to hit it with his main hero because he sees them top. Is he gonna show up to the fight? No. Okay, so he doesn't even look. He's like, nah, I don't want to extend there. My hero's slow. We can finish. I can put pressure on the tower. Generally, I would recommend connecting to the fights, but I think his ulti was ending, so he probably just didn't feel like it was necessary. As double bubble on the clone just eviscerates the tower with practically zero risk. And he's going to TP out, so he's going to TP bottom. His team has to get out. Don't do that in pubs. You can see it literally got Mapoche get killed. In pubs, if you TP out like that, in vision, like, you're basically killing your team. Like, this is pro-level coordination to make a TP like that. You can't, don't do that in your pubs. That's like, people will watch that and be like, oh, I should play for maximum farm. It's like, no, don't do that. Your team will stay and die. You need to escort them out and give them time to basically ease into the idea that you are leaving, and then TP out, or even just walk, so you can bots back in. Okay, going for Bloodthorn next. It's just a fantastic item on this hero. You want attack speed at this point to match with your base damage bubble, and Bloodthorn just makes so much sense on this hero. Double Bloodthorn, you're also hitting with 2 units, so you get, you know, double the damage essentially on the Bloodthorn. All right, it's nice as he TPs the clone mid. And level 18, such a great timing on this hero because it brings the duration up to 26 and the cooldown down to 50. So like, levels on this hero are just wonderful because level 20 is also another timing because you get the magnetic field cooldown and the bubbles. I mean, they are the damage on this hero, right? You'll notice in the team fights, he's not going to want to extend very far. I think maybe that's partially why he likes Gleipnir, so he can keep them in place while he's in the bubbles, right? Because the bubbles are the name of the game. Will he spawn a clone and go mid? He's circling bot, looking for the Wisdom Rune. As he gets the Wisdom Rune. So I wonder what, I mean, he's drawing bot, telling his team to go bot as they get caught top. So Mirror Dote feeding it up a little bit. Elven Tunic probably knows Sven has no sort of evasion. I mean, it's also nice to just have movement speed on a pretty slow hero, right? This hero can get kited, so it's certainly nice. Is Laurel going for the, oh my gosh. Laurel with the solo kill. Maybe overextending a bit. As he's waiting to see the DK. Now that he sees DK, immediately he's going to hit the tower. You see how he waited a second there? These pros are always thinking, like, can I die? Right? They're always thinking, can I die? And they know it can kill them. Like, 90% of the time, they know it can kill them. Like, what combination of heroes? So, once he saw them, then he showed. Okay, doesn't have ulti here. Gleipnir, bubble, just going to rip apart this NP. You do so much damage. And this is why the bubble talent is such an important timing. It's just basically back up immediately. As, oh, they find the DK. Bubble to help out the Slaughter get the kill, and you hit so hard, hitting for 280 when inside of that base damage bubble, right? Because it's giving him 100 damage. So it's more, right? No, it's 280. Yeah, he would hit for 280. Just insane numbers. And there's 2 of you, right? And that's without the bonus attack speed. So, okay, gonna hit the Ancients. I mean, he's certainly on his timing. With Aegis here, now you want to play up. You want to get in the enemy's face. You want to finish off these towers, and he's gonna move his clone up here. Bubble talents up, online, double bubble. Instantly kill the wave. This is when your hero is a menace. Boo, boo, boo. Look at this tower. Very consistent gameplay. And this is why this guy's good, guys. It's not... What did he do that was flashy this game? Nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing flashy. Maybe not dying bot. He read that movement. People could call that flashy. Other than that, clean gameplay. Bots 2 is kind of crazy. I guess they want to split the map? Like, Slaughter is farming bottom. I mean, they really have just straight up decided to split the map here. Slaughter is taking Ancients. Puck is farming backhands. Pretty cool call. I would almost expect them to play up, but I don't know exactly what they're waiting for, but they clearly don't want to go high ground. I don't know what... Yeah, I really don't know what they're waiting for. I would have thought he could have just bought Bloodthorn, which he would have completed now and they could force it, but clearly they don't want to do that. They just want to let the enemy team come out. They're choking them a bit. I mean, Sven doesn't really scale, so I don't think there's too much of a concern. Like, Arc will generally outskill Sven. Okay, he's got the bots too, so he can join from anywhere. Bloodthorn almost completed, probably wants to finish it, might ask for the midwave. And he has no problem just spawning this ulti to farm. He's been doing it all game. He really has not been holding it. And I think that is something to know, right? A lot of players might hold it because like, oh, a fight might break out. And generally, early game, you do consider that. Like, let's say you have a pretty good start, you can fight with this hero. Like, I know he was completely AFK, but you do have 2 nukes. Also, let's take a look at the talent he took at 10. So he took health, right? The flux cast range is the fighting talent early game. because it lets you basically put out nukes from high range and not get caught. But Bloodthorn completed. At this point, he can terrorize this NP, right? For sure. He's probably thinking about it, but no, Sven cut the wave. So just continuing to hit his timings. You can see he knows how he's scaling into this game, and good players always know how the game will progress and the items that will allow them to do so. It's just a second thought, right? It's their completely their intuition, you know. So they don't have to waste time on it. But he did complete the Wraith Band, so he's got the Wraith Band armor. I mean, to be fair, his armor is actually terrible. It's only 21. So his Wraith Band's probably helping out quite a bit, giving him about, I think Wraith Band gives you about, it's a bit over 5. It's like 5.5. So, I mean, it's pretty decent considering his armor's kind of terrible. Maybe there's logic to just having this slot as a Wraith Band. As he's going to bots in. Doesn't go with the main hero. He's probably considering if he wants to commit or not. I would imagine you would at this point. I mean, you have BKB, right? So I think he probably should have just botsed in immediately, but he was a little bit hesitant to do so. Going to go onto the Pango here, but he's going to BKB TP out, but nice bash from Collapse. And you're just going to hit from the backline, not insane. I kind of like how he scouted out the fight, though, with the ulti. I mean, I can see that. I personally feel like maybe you just insta-TP in at this point of the game. I know they have a lot of stuns, but like, as long as you have complete vision of the enemy team, you should get your BKBs off. Okay, so he buys the blink. Wow, so commits to the blink. Gonna push in top wave. And a big part of this hero also is just wave control, right? A lot of his team's ability to farm and play the map like this, he's really enabled this puck to get kills by just pushing out all these waves. Like, farming sometimes also enables kills, and people don't get that, right? They think like the best way to get kills is just to fight and run around in smokes. But it's actually often not the case. By farming a lot and pushing in waves, you open up the map and you often make the enemy team show, or you get them to show in very defensive positions, right? Or you can get them to split up. As they found Slaughter. That should be a pretty good chain stun on him too. As he is hitting with at this point with the main hero. I was gonna say I think you just have to TP out, but he's leash. This looks terrible. I mean, the reason why I'm surprised he committed there is, first of all, Puck's not here, and second of all, he had no ult, and he's probably dead. That was, yeah, I mean, he might be able to, bots too. Okay, I mean, that was not good. That was just bad. Once again, this guy's a human. Like, he makes mistakes, which is why I'm going to win next TI. Not Yatoro, I'm winning the next one. People are just so mad. I know any YouTube comments that are like, "B, you have no chance against this guy. What do you know?" We'll see, guys. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, the entire time using Midas, I do think he could use Spark Wraith a bit more. Like, for instance, that Spark Wraith is really nice because it gives vision to the high ground. As he's going to glide mirror up, Bloodthorn just chipping him. I mean, it's a nice play because you're going to often force BKBs. Oh, so he actually baits a TP and they find the DK. Can they kill him? Bots is in. Wow, blinks forward with no BKB. That's a bit Chad. I guess he knew he must have assumed they were dodging based on the way the DK was playing. Because, like, if DK TP's out like that, he's kind of saying, like, I don't want to be here. My team's not here. Right? Because blinking forward with no BKB against this many stuns is very risky. But he's going to hit the high ground here. They have swap. I think that's a big part here, right? He probably is very confident that if he does get gone on, there will be a swap. Like, he's getting rolled on here, but realistically, you're not going to die. As he should just send I was going to say, you send the illusion forward. Probably could have glide mirrored the NP there, just gotten some damage out. Should glide mirror Bloodthorn. It's hard to micro this hero, right? Even for the best of the best, it's hard. But that damage just rips through him through BKB, and that's the physical damage of Arc late game, right? And he doesn't even have like the highest damage through BKB build, right? Much higher damage for BKB is like Manta Butterfly or like Butterfly Daedalus, like this type of angle. He is more of like a control build, right? Mjolnir Butterfly is like far more damage than Bloodthorn Gleipnir through BKB. So you can see, I mean, this hero can just rip people to shreds. As once again, not concerned about getting gone on. It's only Sven and MP. You're not going to die. I mean, Poshka's not even in position. Oh, he's going to catch the MP. No split pushing for you. Okay, the Bloodthorn, a little bit slow. Double bubble, a little slow. This is what I mean. Like, this hero, to me, looks good, and people are so not optimized. Like, Yatoro is not optimized. I hate to say it. I know that's going to piss off all the Yatoro fanboys, but, like, he's not optimized. It's just very clear. Like, he's slow to bubble. He's slow to glide mirror. He's slow to Bloodthorn. Like, he did not do that. Like, sure, maybe he's thinking about different things. Like, he's watching the map. I don't exactly know what he's thinking, but, like, this hero is insane. I'm pretty sure it's just an insane hero. Conceptually, like, I feel like it's a decent laner. Obviously, he didn't look good this game, but, you know, to be fair, they have NP TPing on his ass, and they have a kill lane. It's not a good arc game, right? There are much better arc lanes. As he keeps up the Swift Blink, just extra damage. It's also really nice to just have Blink late game, because you can blink this guy up the high ground. As he takes this item, I've been seeing people take this. 50 damage, grants... Oh, does this item just give 50 damage? Grants 50 extra... Oh, it does! I always wondered why people take it. I'm like, why would you take an item that only gives you 50 damage if you're close to the Ancient? But you get 50 and then you get an extra 50 if you're close to the ancient. Okay, so it's like potentially 100 damage. This item is just broken. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I can't believe I just figured that out. You guys can flame me in the comments. Speed, you think you're going to win TI and you don't even know what a neutral item does? Are you stupid? Yes, guys, I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. His team is feeding. Unlucky. What can you do? Even Team Spirit feeds from time to time. I feel like he could bots bottom at this point and put some pressure. Let's see what he does. I mean, maybe he's afraid of getting TP'd on by MP, right? Could waste some of his time. What is Ags on MP? Oh, he put it in base. I mean, Ags on the 0. It's a Spark Wraith. Yeah, it's pretty useless at this point in the game. I don't think you're prioritizing that. You're probably giving it to, like, Slaughter, Venge. If Venge doesn't have one, you definitely give it a Venge. It's okay. They have to mount the high ground defense. Now it's making some moves. Giving Team Spirit some problems. As, okay, they're going to go with the clone. Gleipnir out. Good execution here. Double bubble. Very important to stack the bubbles. As he's going to blink forward with the main hero. He has Aegis for 4 minutes. Right, okay. So he should just be a Giga Chat at this point. There's no reason for him to play scared. If they go on him, they'll probably die. I don't think they can even burst him. He's pretty tanky at this point. Right, he has BKB. As he's pinging to go forward, so they want to look for a play. Swift blinking forward. They see the NP, and that probably looks like a kill. Yep, there we go. That's a lot of damage with the amp damage. Farming up the camps in between. Something I've noticed about Yatoro is this guy never stops farming. Like, he's really good about just keeping focus. Sometimes in the late game, people they're too distracted with taking the next fight that they stop hitting creeps. So like, this guy will just keep hitting these neutrals. Like, if it's not time to end the game, he'll just scale into the next item. And it's so impressive because like, people just have a hard time staying focused. Like, we're human beings, we lose focus, we get bored. This guy does not get bored. Like, look, like while he's scouting the map, he's just auto-attacking the next camp. And it might seem obvious, it's like, oh, I do this. You might be surprised, if you watch your games, you're probably not that efficient as the game progresses. You probably just lose focus. But with bots too, you want to hit all the shit camps and then just watch your team. And as he's literally finishing a Hex, right? This guy's probably going to sell his Midas. What would you replace for your Hex though? Okay, fight breaks out, bots is in. So he really does bots in the clone first a lot. As he's going to find the arc. Oh my damage. And just clicking him down. Bubbles up. This item is insane. What the hell? Why does it actually gives so much damage, right? Actually, yeah, I mean, especially with the Venge next to him, this guy's hitting for 1 billion. Okay, he's gonna get gone on. This looks like a death. The swell should kill him. Didn't have his BKB in, and he's still not swapping in. He should have been much quicker there. Has to blink out. Okay, does get it. He'll probably blink forward the illusion here in 5 seconds. At this point, I mean, I think the game is over. Even 3v5 with no Pango roll, no DK ult, you're gonna have double bubble, and you're gonna have 2 BKBs. Like, yeah, blinks forward with the illusion, hex up. Should have BKB'd the illusion there. Probably also should have clicked Bloodthorn. Oh, maybe he did. Did he click it? Oh yeah, he did click it. So he clicked it on the secondary. So he clicked it on the secondary and just ripping him to parts. They can't fight him. This hero late game is just ridiculous, right? The damage you do, the range you deal it from, and then the Gleipnir, the control is pretty ridiculous. I will say, I feel like the Gleipnir was good for canceling TPs, that's for sure. It helped him in the split push game. So maybe that's a part of it. It actually really did deal with this NP very well. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned a lot from this analysis. I know it was a bit of a stomper as Steam had a great game, but of course, I'm going to be, if this goes well, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'll be doing this in the future for a whole variety of games, right? I could even do it for a game where someone loses, but they, really try their best to keep their team in the match. But okay, if you enjoyed, please smash the like button. Comment down below who you want to see, like what player from what team next, what hero, and I'd be happy to do it. This was a lot of fun. I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website, where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.